Alright, we're back to look at our final preliminary bracket, bracket 404 for the Post2Post March Madness Hockey Logo Tournament Extraordinaire 2020. That name's going to change every time. Let's zip through the preliminary part of this bracket real quick because we got to see who wins the whole thing. I actually kind of like the colors on this Falcon, but it's a whole lot of detail and wording. Um, just too much, like this wording here, um, black and red theme, and then kind of like rainbow theme. It's a little scattered. Obviously, this logo is amazing, awesome colors, well drawn, very devious looking otter. All the details that everyone loves, the helmet, shading on the blade of the stick. It's awesome. Otters. Next, this looks like a brand of high class mustard you can buy in the US. This is like a brand label for them. It looks pretty royal and nice, to be honest. Very prestigious. And then we've got this ferocious looking, I'm guessing it's fox. Interesting. Yokipoyat, I'm guessing. I'm gonna have to go with this. Yokipoyat. Yokipoyat. Maybe I'm saying it. The point is, this is pretty dang cool. Like it's got these bold places on it. I don't know, like the blank space here is black. The shading around the eye, just I don't know. Any amount of color and boldness you can give a logo is good to me. Period. Like this face is very blank. It does have some shadows and a little bit of detail, but this is just simple and angry, and I like it. I wish the font was a little better. Okay, the font's okay, but the shading, this like two-tone gradient or whatever, could be better. But yeah, the Fox wins. Next, we've got the Dairy Queen Blizzards and the Riveters. This is the most derived. I mean, it has to be, right? I know it's a different country and they are not concerned with Dairy Queen, but like, it's literally like the Dairy Queen Blizzard logo. And my association with Dairy Queen is a 1995 rundown piece of crap restaurant that I hate. Anyways, the color scheme is at least, I don't know, the blue's a little darker. Depends on what monitor I look at because I have them on different color settings. But it's okay. But overall, lots of words, tons of words. Very simple. Not a huge fan. The Riveters logo though is awesome. The distribution of color. I know the color choice is kind of like you can't really change that because it's red, white, and blue, patriotic, etc. But like, I think it's blended in well. Not blended in, but just I don't know the spacing of the blue and the reds. It feels like it's in the appropriate places, and it's very bold and crisply drawn. And the riveting on the riveters itself is cool. No contest. Ooh, this one's a little hard because I think this logo is awesome. Like the shape, the slanting, the fact that the wording is like sharp itself. The whole thing feels like it's like at a downward angle at you and it's like a blade. It's obvious and then it's like an angry, well-drawn, bold alligator crocodile. Don't know the difference. Sorry. They're both scary. Um, the shadows and shading on the wording is awesome. Color scheme looks great. The pun in the name, the laces on the note, like dude, this is so cool. This doesn't look bad. It's very clean and I love the colors. And this is a pretty cool looking pelican. But nothing beats the Everblades, man. That's so good. Huh. The crunch. Okay, well this is two very different logos. Very detailed, not a whole lot of color variation, but very classy and very pleasant to look at in my opinion for more of a like this is a drawing of a cool thing. Whereas this is just a simple crunch and it's this angry Silver Surfer looking dude crunching you and it's just simple. So complex, simple. I don't like the lack of color on this one, but this has just, it's too much. It's too much of the same colors with, oh man, this is hard. Because I really don't like this. It's pretty silly to me, but it's aggressive and the colors are okay. Too much white. Hmm. From like a heritage historical perspective, it'd be cool to have this like patch on me somewhere. The crunch is just so silly. It feels like a 6-year-old's video game logo. Hmm. But if we actually stop and talk about like what is going on here and here, it's kind of like especially this whole side right here, like a whole lot of nothing's really going on there. I know that's like his stick and he's punching. This might be like ice breaking, but like all this space, lack of color. I'm gonna give it to the Golden Hawks, even though it's not my favorite. I do like it, but Crunch isn't doing it. These are both very clean, with great colors in my opinion. Very cool colors on this. Contrast looks good here. I'm gonna give it to the moose because it's pretty much just a moose, hint of outdoors, cool font, great colors. I mean, awesome colors and like depth to it. This is very well drawn and cool in many ways. But it just, my instinct is that it's just slightly behind the moose, which is sad because I really do like this. I do like it a lot. The moose win that one. What in tarnation? This like half skeleton, half, well, not skeleton, but like undead looking Viking warrior dude with only 2 colors beats this. Sorry. Next, ooh, Kalpa and the Junior A Senators. This looks like garbage to me. Mainly the middle. That does not do it for me. It looks very just too simple, low effort. This not only looks good and the colors look great, but the fact that it gets lighter up here, I know in a way it's just a simple gradient, but for me, from a distance, this logo has always looked like an actual like tangible shield with a light source hitting it, like shining off of it. I don't know. I really love this. Next. Okay, well some of the, something's in my eye. This is very busy, lots of like thin lines. Don't like it. I don't mind choosing those 2 colors, but see, it's just another animal with no color in it. That sucks. You could just hit autofill with like whatever. You could even do like a diagonal stripe of white going from that cat's left shoulder down to his like right rib cage and put the like red or orange whatever on this side, like the top left half, and green on the bottom right for the, like the contrast. And that would be an instantly better logo. However, this is cool. I know Royals is hitting my the part of my brain that's like that's contrived or derived from something else, but like, eh. I love the blue outlining. Some nice bold lines. Pleasing colors for me at least. This blue and gray stuff that's in everything just looks good to me. I really like this. Um, Pretty cool. Is that like a PT boat? I don't know. Jason might kill me. It's either a shark, a boat, a hybrid, or it's, like the Spitfire is drawn on a boat. Looks cool. Pretty minimal. Minimalistic. Hmm. Oh, that's big brain. They got two triangles behind their logo. And then the Dynamo barbecue. That's what I just read. Some very like modern edges and lines there. Hmm. I think I'm gonna give it to this mystery boat. Just looks a little better to me. I like the colors. Having a blank animal again and blank letters. Man, that drives me nuts. I don't know why. White is supposed to be used, in my opinion, to serve as a sort of negative space to further accent all the spaces that actually have color. In a way to help you appreciate the color. Like this. It is I don't like it. Unless there's a thematic reason. Like if this was the albino horses, then it's okay. Oh, the Firebirds logo. I haven't seen that in a while. I really like that. Oh, the colors on this are kind of rad. I'm sure I'm forgetting what this is obviously based on. I don't know if Conan or anything like that uses this. Oh man, I'm gonna get crucified. There's a show or a comic or something that uses this font and color scheme for like a warrior. I don't think it's Conan. And I know it's Ireland, so I'm thinking to like, like Braveheart and stuff, but I cannot think of what it is. It's pretty cool. Feels like it's like a comic book cover more than anything, though. This Firebirds logo, I love the colors. Look, more blue and silver with one color to pop. And it's a fire-breathing bird. Firebirds for sure. But this isn't bad. It's just, it feels like a cartoon logo. Oh, look, more Renegades. North York. I'm sure that's how they say it there exactly. Well, it doesn't look bad. Color scheme is just like every other Renegades team. So is the font. The Warriors font is cool, and I like the color choices. Pretty bold on the wording, at least. The face is a little silly to me. I'm gonna sadly give it to the Renegades, even though I'm just like so sick of everything being the Renegades. Yeah, I think the Renegades is cleaner and cooler. Oh, another Blizzard. The guy that created Dairy Queen. I know it's thematic to have this like white scrapes of like a Blizzard, but it really detracts from the quality for me. And this something about this guy looks a little silly. This, on the other hand, has awesome lines and color and boldness and shading. This is like perfect Tiger. This is so good. Tiger wins for sure. Um, Rooster with hands. The lines are a little thin for me, just a little bit. The end of the beak, some of the in here with the letters freaks me out. I don't know. This looks like Lucas Oil. Lucas Oil, my friends. Let's see if I'm right. It's just what I'm remembering. Just for fun, we're going to have a little side pit stop here. There's one logo in particular. Well, there's a couple that will kind of remind you of the color scheme. And they love this like crest thing. Anyways, the point is, I'm not really a fan of that. So I'll give it to the chicken reluctantly. But this is just very simple. It looks like old Soviet Union era jersey logos. I don't know. What do we got? SC Burn. That the colors and SC Burn made me think of FC Dallas, aka the Dallas Burn football club back when I was a kid. Um, I don't even want to address this. What in the hell? And then this is just like done in paint. Looks terrible to me. The Lumberjacks got some great bold lines there. Colors are awesome. I wish this background wasn't white, but that's okay. Um, Sense of depth and shading on it's good. Great colors. Lumberjacks 100%. And lastly, we've got the Rangers. And actually awesome looking rooster. Wow. The font feels a little out of place, but maybe not. But regardless, it's a bold, angry chicken. Looks cool. This looks really outdated and weird, and it's strangely busy here in the middle where the stars texture or shading overlaps with the wording. So yeah, Roosters win. Let's move on to the big bracket where they filled out. All right, so we filled in the bracket. Let's quickly go through and find out who our winner of this bracket is. So the Otters and the Foxman. Sorry, Otters are too awesome looking. Riveters, Everblades. This is hard for me because I think the Everblades is so cool. But I know the Riveters is awesome. Riveters logo is awesome. I'm gonna have to come back to that. It's actually gonna take a lot of thought. Manitoba Moose is way cooler and cleaner than the Golden Hawks. Sorry, half undead Viking Man. Kalpa wins that. The Royals and the Ship. I actually think this minimalist, like, fancy ship breaking water is awesome. I'm gonna laugh if it's actually not a ship and it's supposed to be a shark and I'm just calling it a ship, but I think it's a ship. Renegades, sorry, you've been overused too much, and nothing, in my opinion, is gonna beat these Firebirds. I think it's just so cool looking and clean and bold. Well, something might be. I don't know. All right, this Rooster that barely squeaked by thanks to Lucas Oil is defeated by this extremely bold and clean Tiger. Lumberjacks and Roosters, these are very similar. Lumberjacks gives me a little background to work with, a little depth. I'm gonna go with the Lumberjacks. Roosters is cool. Lumberjacks kind of hit the same points, but better in my opinion. Lumberjacks and this awesome Tiger. I'm actually gonna give it to the Tiger. I think simple, aggressive, and bold logos are the best. It's gonna move on. Sorry. Flint is moving past you. That bird's too awesome. And since these two are both awesome, bold, aggressive, badass logos, I'm going to have to think about that one. I think I have to give it to the Riveters. It's basically a coin flip. But oh man, I'm having so many second thoughts. They both make creative use of the wording. Both very clean and awesome. But man, it's just like badass, that logo, man. It's got to be the Riveters. Anyway, so Riveters and Otters, I give it to the Riveters again. I think it's just very clean and the colors are so pleasing and they did a lot of things right. The Otters are amazing too, but basically a coin flip on a lot of these. You could argue either direction. right now, this point in life, I think the Riveters looks cooler. Um, Manitoba Moose and the Kalpa Shield. Hmm. This is tricky. 'Cause there's things I like about both of them, as we just discussed. Um, hmm. Because the moose is angry, and I like the colors. I like the colors. It's pretty bold. Hits the things I like. But there's just something about this simple shield I like. And it might be the colors. Honestly, the colors make that shield way cooler than it would otherwise be. But I think overall, whoops, no, I don't want the Riveters again. Overall, the Moose does it for me more. Riveters and the Moose has to be the Riveters. The Riveters is just so clean. It's just so clean and attractive to look at. When it has that just the, I don't know, the colors do a lot. The way the colors like they're bold, but like softened in such a way, in my opinion, that it's just feels good to look at. Kind of like this, almost said lion, tiger. Um, this is hard, but I think overall I would rather have the Firebirds as a hockey logo. This hits the same points for me as a hockey logo, as I keep redundantly saying, but I'm between these two. I think the Tiger is more of a graphic design success than a hockey logo success. I think the Firebirds are awesome. In fact, they're going to win for me. I like the Firebirds logo that much. So there you have it. I don't know. The font is cool. The layout of it's cool. Again, it's the color scheme that I like. In fact, there's you can see a lot of blue, dark blues and grays that I advance. Lumberjacks, Tigers, Firebirds, Moose, Riveters, Royals, the boat. Renegades have a little bit of it. So maybe I'm biased towards that, but um, blue, gray, and orange. And then the actual like drawing itself is pretty cool. I think it's cool at least. So yeah, there we have it. Let's check out the final four in the next video.